Who's the person you're thinking of that you butt heads with?
My partner. So whenever he doesn't get back to me, I always think of like, why is he not pissed?
Let's do it. Why didn't you text me back?
I told you I'm busy. I don't text you back.
I get that. What are you up to that makes it so hard to communicate together?
My phone is on the desk. You're being too much. I want to end this.
Do you mean that?
Yes, I don't want this anymore.
Okay. So this is where I pause it right here like I did with Hans.
I cannot be you to be like calm like that.
This is because you're not listening to what he's actually saying. You're trying to defend your perspective. People say stuff when they're upset. And sometimes we say stuff we regret and we don't actually mean. But it's important to actually establish that. Do you mean it? Because if you want to break up with me, I'm not going to teach you or anybody to try to keep that relationship going. I want to advocate for people being with people who want to be with them.
I've been teaching myself. I tried to get back to like, did you mean that? Then he will get back to me. No, I'm just upset.
What do you want to say in that moment when he says, I didn't really mean it and this keeps happening?
I'm just scared of being left out in the relationship because it's hard to speak to him.
I consider that the conversation gets shut off because you're saying a bunch of things except for what you're actually scared to say. You're trying to explain yourself. You're trying to prove a point versus instead of saying what you're saying to us right now, you're being so vulnerable and courageous with us right now. That's the stuff we're scared to do in relationships. And I promise you, if you're willing to share yourself vulnerably with him the way you just did with us, you're going to discover a new power in yourself. You've got a ton of confidence. That confidence is going to come back very quickly, but you can't teach confidence. You have to discover it in yourself. So I'm going to leave one last invitation for everybody here is to share yourself vulnerably 1% more than you have before. I'd love to just hear in the comment section, what's your takeaway from this conversation? Sharon says, risk vulnerability for connection. Trish says, the intention of being a team in a difficult conversation. And Roy saying, loving people's authenticity.